time we bring in our featured artist. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Featured artist of the week. You can catch the review that we did on these guys a couple of weeks ago, and definitely stood out. Wanted to make them. Thanks for sharing on Twitter, Fancy Dog Wings. I wanted to put these guys on front and center because the quality of their music, I think, surpasses a lot of the stuff just overall that we see on the indie music scene. Not necessarily it comes to our show because we always pick the highest quality of people who submit, but just in general, man, that Paul was saying that he engineered this album, and it's like, wow, you know, it's just awesome. So anyway, let's bring in Lost Lakes from the cheese state of Wisconsin, Swissconsin. So who is the Green Bay fan?
I am from Green Bay.
Okay, get out of here because I'm a Bears fan.
Oh man! Oh, apologies. We beat you all the time. He's got
I know. Whoa! Oh, get out of here! You stink. Anyway, so guys, I'm so glad that you're here. I know that it takes a little bit of time out of your night, and you had to be here at like 9 o'clock so we get all the tech stuff. So I'm thankful that you are here. I love your music. I'm not gonna really go too much into it other than when the featured artist makes it on the show, I get to pick all the featured artists. So it means that, you know, you made a cut in my mind at least. And I'm really, really open. And you guys are just, man, the style that you do is so relaxed and so tight at the same time, you know? So like the style of music, it's not, I listen to a lot of metal, so I take a deep breath when I listen to your stuff. But the engineering was one thing that I really, really loved about it because I come from that school, you know, went to recording school and stuff and just been doing it my whole life. And really stood out to me as far as an indie project. And seeing the video of you guys playing it live and stuff, it just was really, really a moment for me when I was sitting here in my room. So welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and, you know, make it on the short side because we're going to come back and get deeper with Dave. But go ahead and just introduce yourselves and then tell us about the song Digital Tears. We'll listen to that. We'll come back and talk to you a little bit more.
Sure, cool. Well, I'm Corey and this is Paul. We're Lost Lakes, and we're sitting here in Madison, Wisconsin. Glad to be on the show. Thanks for having us, Joe. Thanks for doing the review. We've got a record coming out, a self-titled record. Looks something like this. It's coming out on March 3rd. We've got a pledge pre-sale campaign going on right now. And, we've got it's a full-length LP that we're putting out, 12 tracks. We recorded it in Madison in a warehouse space. Paul engineered it. We produced the record ourselves. We're super happy with how it turned out. The first track off the record is that Digital Tears tune. And it kind of points to to all the screens that we're all looking at all the time, even right now. Sort of a reflection on that.
Cool.
It's glorious.
Paul, I feel like you do all the talking.
Usually he does. I organize my thoughts. Got to get it together.
Cool. So we're going to get to know you guys a little bit more, but let's go ahead and take a listen to Digital Tears, Rob, whenever you're ready. Please share this out. Let's get some people in here to hear this awesome music.
Ear to the ground, down on the valley floor, parsing the sound from the mouse to the river roar. You could cry one, but I ain't sure what for. Of books where folks stand and look at their phones, searching for a connection. Right next to them another so alone. The bones of the roll in their grave and moan. Hold me in the arms of a tree, erase our modern fear. Hold me in the arms
Indie Music Live. That's the Lost Lakes from Wisconsin. I'm JoJo Keys. It's time to get deeper with Dave.
All right. I thought we had a special graphic for it. Damn. There it is.
Deeper with Dave. Video coming soon.
Yeah. Corey, Paul, I'm proud to have you guys here, man.
Thanks,
I told you beforehand, man. Awesome job. Got a bunch of questions for you. So the first one, I was looking you guys up on SoundCloud. You only had a couple songs up there right now, but with those couple, you had two different genres. One was Americana, one was country. And I think of a couple other genres when I'm trying to classify you guys. Like you almost have to add like folk, and there's even a little blue-eyed soul in there. And I'm guessing when you put the country tag on the, Give Up the Ghost song, it was probably because of the pedal steel sound maybe in the background. But I mean, are you guys not sure how to classify yourself?
I think that we kind of cover a few different things, and anytime anybody ever asks you, hey, what kind of music do you guys play? Like, who do you sound like? I think that's a hard question for either of us.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember putting country on that because I uploaded that to SoundCloud. And I wouldn't think, hey, it's got a pedal steel, it must be country, put on your hat. But I don't have a problem with that. I think that I feel like we tend to fall into Americana a little bit more, but I also know that Americana purists would call me out like, no way, man, that's not Americana at all. He doesn't even play an acoustic guitar all the time. So, I think that we usually call ourselves like folk Americana-ish.
Okay.
Where we are.
No, I struggle with that myself with my own music. The last two albums I did, I always, when I talk to people, ask for feedback, and I'm like, man, tell me, like, what is my genre? And the best I can come up with is like avant rock. I'm like, all right. But the vocals, Corey, I love your voice, man. And you actually remind me of a couple of our past artists, Christian Tusk and Traverse Town. And like with Traverse Town, I remember when we did our interview, I'm like, I guess your style of singing, it's like pleasing. It's really uplifting, makes you feel good to listen to you sing. And I brought up Jars of Clay with Traverse Town, and we kind of found this link to Christian rock background. So do you guys have a Christian rock background?
No.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, it's strange. It's strange. Like your style of singing, I know it's like, we're like maybe way off here, but your style of singing, it's like, it makes you feel good. It's like a really uplifting type of tone and quality. It's kind of hard to explain a little, but
he could be a god.
Yeah. He could be God, but
no, a god.
Oh, a god. Okay.
Lowercase g.
But what are your guys' influences, man? Like maybe 5 bands, because I'm hearing Jars of Clay. I'm in some of our past artists. Like what?
I hear some Bruce Hornsby myself.
Really?
Yeah.
With no piano? No piano.
No, the songwriting.
Okay. Well, let's let them say what their influences are.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it gets pretty varied. I think vocally, going back to Jeff Buckley is always the big.
Nice.
Big, and vocally and musically, Radiohead has always been a big influence for me. But I also love like the writing of Ryan Adams and the delivery and the kind of the ground he covers in all his records. Dawes, we just saw Dawes last night. They were in town. Great band, just putting out great music and changing with every record. Wilco's another go-to for just quality.
Okay, so
that makes sense.
Yeah, Jeff Buckley jumps out to me there. Like that's a great call. I hear a lot of his voice in your style for sure. But like, man, you guys. I'm checking out. I'm like, 20 plays on SoundCloud. I'm like, no, that's not right. I'm like, you guys need to be heard. So like, where are you going with this? Like, do you want to go on tour? Like, what's up?
Yeah, so right now, before the record comes out, and the record comes out March 3rd, but if you get the Pledge Music, if you go over to pledgemusic.com, Lost Lakes on there, you can download the whole record immediately if you sign up for a record. On Spotify, we have 3 singles out right now, and those are on iTunes too. The SoundCloud stuff's kind of I think we sent you private links to the stuff because the album wasn't out. As far as touring is concerned, we're pretty regional right now. Kind of have this sort of radius around Madison that we're kind of starting with. That obviously we don't have our first record out yet, so it's kind of the chicken or the egg. You know, do you get the shows before the record comes out, or do you need the record to get the shows? So we're spreading that out a little bit, and by later this year, we'll be getting a little bit more out there.
Well, I love that Joe and I are part of like getting more ears on your music because it's so well deserved. Dude, it's awesome. I'm telling you, man. It, like the production, Paul. I mean, like you said, man, you mixed this, you engineered this. I mean, that's great work, dude. That's not amateur work right there.
I did not mix the record. I engineered the record, so I have to give credit where credit's due. Because we had a guy named Justin Gwip mix the record. He's over in upstate New York, and he is a boss. I think he's got 2 Grammys, both for working on Levon Helm records.
Oh wow, okay.
But there's a little bit of the Americana side of things, and then our drummer Shane Leonard really kind of took things into sort of a different rhythmic place than we probably would have gone. So that really, it's a very rhythmic record.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. It's like when you think about folk music, sometimes you don't really think about the drums. They just kind of get lost. They're just in the background. It's more about the acoustic and the vocals and everything. The drums in your guys' stuff, man, it has its place. Like it makes itself known. It's like, hey guys, I'm a part of this song too. It's like the drums are talking to you when you listen to this, and it's a unique sound that was created. So yeah, good job for him. So yeah, Joe, I'm done, man.
It's about freaking time.
Yeah, well,
no, it's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, I feel the same way. You guys are definitely top of the pile here. Of the indie music shit pile. Sounding good. So, I've been taking this opportunity lately. I want to, no pressure, but if you guys are available on Thursday nights, we've been inviting our featured artists to come hang out with us at our Indie Musicians Roundtable, and everybody that's hanging out in here as well. You can come. It's the same thing. We live stream Thursday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. You're more than welcome to come, but we're not going to force you. So, but I always want to put that out, just a little plug. So go ahead before we let you guys go. Just give your shout outs. Let us know where we can find you, when the album's coming out, all that information that you need to tell people about.
Sure, of course. All the pertinent stuff. The record.
Wow.
You can get that. It comes out March 3rd, but you can get instant access via the Pledge Music. So that's just pledgemusic.com/Lost Lakes. Or you can always check us out at lostlakesmusic.com.
Awesome. You sound like you've done that before.
Yeah.
Well, great, guys. I really, really appreciate you hanging out.